Okay, so a reminder to turn off cell phones, anything that might disturb you during class. And begin on our chairs. Okay, so yes, we're going into a change of season. Anytime you change anything, really, it's sort of a challenge for us. And so when, even though most everyone likes the fact that we're going out of winter and coming into spring, that's always seems like it's positive. It still sort of rocks your physiology, right? And your so we'll do a little bit of waking up for spring, and this week was the time change, so we'll focus on that a little bit. So let's just arrive in your space. Yeah. So it's actually, even though the weather's getting warmer, it's a good time when there's change to sort of slow down, take care of yourself. Yeah. And that's very helpful. Yeah, and this whole next couple of weeks we'll sort of do some things for the spring and the spring equinox and all of that. So it'll be good. All right, so we're going to start today. Let's just shake off our morning or our day so far. Shaking the head. All right, and then to wake ourselves up a little bit, we're going to do what's called Bhramari breath. So Bhramari breath is, we're going to hum our exhale breath. And as we hum, we're going to take our fingertips onto that little cartilage where our ears, like we want to close our ears so we don't hear. And we're going to, as we hum out, we're going to open and close that cartilage as you're humming in and out, so you're going to do that with your fingers on that cartilage as you're humming out. So we'll sound like a bee. This Bhramari breath will kind of sound like a bee. Yeah, and if you want to use your hands, you can just hum your breath out as we breathe. So let's just take a couple cleansing breaths here. Let's take a breath in. Exhale it out. Notice if you're sitting up nice and tall with your chest lifted and the top of your head gently reaching towards the sky. Yeah, and take another breath in. And let it go. All right, now we're going to bring those little fingers. And again, it's just nice and gentle. We're going to open and close that little cartilage. It's a technical name for that. I'm forgetting that right now. Good. Relax your arms down if they're laying on your chest and your shoulders are relaxed. Good. You can close your eyes. All right, so let's take a nice big breath in. And as you breathe out, hum as you open and close your ears. Hum out as long and slow as you can, then relax. Good. We'll do this about 5 or 6 times at your own pace. So take a nice breath in again, fill up, and hum it out. Relax at the bottom of the breath. And when you're ready, take a nice breath in again. Continue on. You see children doing this all the time when they get, angry or frustrated. They'll do that. They just go inside. They don't want to hear it. Big breath in each time. Slow exhale as you exhale, humming. And the next time that you come to a complete exhale, the bottom of the exhale breath, you can gently relax your hands onto your lap, palms up, keeping your eyes closed. Just notice how you feel. You might feel a little bit more alert, a little bit more energy in the head. Yeah. Maybe even a little more relaxed. Yeah, that's a good breath. to do when you need some energy, and when you are feeling maybe frustrated. Yeah. And when you're ready, flutter your eyes open. Yeah, so if there's anybody that's ever getting in your face, like, or you're having an argument, just do that breath, and that alone will stop the whole thing. Imagine somebody's talking to you and they're frustrated with you or calling you names or whatever, and you're going, that'll stop what if they're doing, because they're going to be wondering, what are you doing? And anyway, it's a good breath. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it also gets our vagus nerve sort of energized, that vagus nerve from the brain stem all the way down to all of your internal organs that big nerve is responsible for. Okay. So speaking of vagus nerve, let's take our hands and just from behind your ears, just massage the sides of your neck. Yeah. And maybe take your earlobes and just gently pull on your earlobes. Yeah. And then take your fingers behind your ears, gently press into your neck as you slide your hands down the side of your neck to the top of your shoulders, almost to the collarbone. And waking up, stretching out that vagus nerve, waking it up. Good. And then it might feel nice to massage the back of your shoulders. Good. And maybe go up a little bit higher on your neck to that occipital part of your skull. Yeah. Maybe taking your fingertips and just pressing their fingertips into the back of your skull and just moving the skin around on the back of your head. And then on the side of your head. So try to feel the skin moving around. Maybe energizes your hair follicles. Yeah. And going to the top of the head, as if you're having your hair washed. Yeah, just move the skin around on your skull. Our skin is an organ. It's one of the largest, I think it is the largest organ in our body, right? So we need to take some attention to our skin too, and fix your hair back up. Okay, and relax. Let's take a nice breath in. As you exhale, drop your head over to the right. Just relax it over to the right. Good. You can soften your eyes or close them if you'd like. Bringing your right hand, gently landing it on top of your head. Good. And whether your eyes are open or closed, roll your eyes up to the upper left corner of the room. And opening up our neck, shoulder, that vagus nerve. Breathe. You can use Ujjayi breath here. Smile on the face. Yeah, just energizing, waking ourselves up. Next time you exhale, relax the hand, just let it float down onto your lap, or you can use your hand to slowly lift your head back up. This heavy head, yeah. Between 8 and 11 pounds. I always hear 8 to 10. I recently heard 10 to 11. That's like a 10-pound bag of flour that's sitting on your shoulders all day. Yeah, take another breath in. As you exhale, drop the head over to the other side. Good, maybe your left. And bring that same hand on top of the head. And again, just gently roll your eyes to the upper right corner, opposite corner. And breathe, and smile. And as you exhale, again, help that lift the head back up. Yeah, keep that strain from happening in the neck. Good. And roll out the shoulders. Good. Let's relax your arms down. Good. And let's lift the right shoulder up and down. Gently press into your feet. Lift the left shoulder up and down. Right shoulder a little bit higher maybe. And down. left shoulder and down. And now both shoulders. Press into your feet as if you want to stand and lift your shoulders up gently, stretching the spine long. Yeah. Feel that tension in the shoulders. And then as you exhale, relax the shoulders down. Good. And just shake out your hands. Good. Hands on our lap. With Ujjayi breath now, like that nice restriction of the breath is going down the back of your throat. Nice, gentle, tall spine. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. And on an inhale breath, slowly turn your head over to the right, as far as it'll go. Chin parallel to the floor. Again, eyes can be closed or open here. And breathe. Stretch. Yeah. Opening up all those blood vessels up to the brain. Relaxing all the muscles and stretching the tendons in that neck. On an exhale breath, next time you exhale, slowly bring the head back forward. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. As you inhale, now slowly turn your head to the other side. Again, as far as it'll go. And after a few breaths, on an inhale breath, see if you have space to go a little further to turn. Stretching that neck. And the next time you exhale, slowly bring your head back forward. Good. And relax. Just wiggle out the body here. Good. Let's bring our hands down alongside our body. On an inhale breath, gently relax the shoulders. Gently float the arms up and lift the fingers up towards the sky. And spread your fingers wide. Yeah, good. So we're gently pressing into our palms here. Good. And then keeping the arms where they are in the hands with the fingers spread wide, relax the arms and slowly rotate your fingers forward. And then back up and slowly rotate them back. Good. So each time you come forward, maybe the fingers go a little bit further towards the floor. And up and back. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. Tendency is to start to tighten up, especially as your arms start to feel heavy, but just increase your breath when that challenge gets a little bit, it's so hard to engage our breath when we're in challenge with anything in life, and that's when the body is saying, please give me more breath. Yeah, good, good. And exhale, fingers up now, and then let's just bring the hands in towards the head and bend the elbows. Good. And relax the shoulders. Good. And then reach the arms back. So elbows are about in line with the shoulders. If that's not your thing, you can have them wherever they're comfortable. And then reach the upper arms and the back of your hands to the back wall. And then gently lift your chin up just slightly. Keep the back of your neck long. Put a smile on your face. So your arms are smiling, your heart is smiling, your face is smiling. And breathe. It's also the hardest thing to do when you're having a bad day or you don't feel well, is to put a smile on your face. But just experiment with that. The most important time to smile. Yeah, so breathing and smiling at the least time that you feel like it. And as you exhale, now relax the arms down. Just let them gently float down. Good, and once they're down, just roll out the shoulders. We'll do a little nice gentle twist for our spine. Let's bring our hands one on top of the other. Elbows maybe about shoulder height as well. Good. And being very gentle here, especially if you have arthritis in your spine, you don't want to overstretch anything in the spine, but it is important to keep the spine moving a little bit. So we're inhaling and we're going to just go over to the right just a little bit and then slowly back forward and then over to the left and forward, over to the right, forward, over to the left, maybe a little bit more, forward. And now one more time, we're going to rotate over to the right. Good. And then pause there. And maybe turn your head again and look over that right shoulder. And breathe. Nice. Ujjayi breath. And as you exhale, next time you exhale, slowly, so slowly, bring the body back forward. And then inhale over to the other side. Just take it to where it's comfortable. And then turn and look over that left shoulder now. And breathe. Smile. Nice tall spine. Spine is straight in all these moves. And then as you exhale, slowly come back forward. Good. Once forward, relax the elbows down. Let's interlace our hands and just roll your hands and your wrists. Feeling getting a little snap, crackling, and popping. That's releasing the air in your joints. That's good. All right, and shake out the hands. Good. We're going to bring our hands onto our lap. Good. And scooting forward at least a little bit in your chair so your back is not against the chair. Yeah. Getting a nice tall spine. Let's again massage our spine here. So take a nice big breath in, lift your heart, look up. And now on an exhale breath, concentrating on your low back, start to stretch your low back just a little bit towards your chair and drop your head. You don't want to, if you have, again, osteoporosis in the spine, you don't want to round your spine too far forward. You don't want to have that curve, the big curve. Yeah. So just do tiny ones. Inhale, lift the heart, slide the hands up. And exhale, press that low back towards the back of your chair. Relax your head. Good. And one more. Big breath in, reach the elbows back. And exhale, press that low back towards the back. And slowly come back to a nice, straight, seated spine. Good. We're going to do a little sun salutation here. And again, we're going to be falling forward. So we're just going to practice the forward fold. And again, into the osteoporotic spine a little bit today. But you don't really want to, when you're doing forward folds, even though they're good for us in so many ways, you don't want to round your back to fall forward. That's too much pressure on the spine, right? What you want to do is you can even bring your hands into the crease of your hips here. So take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, press your belly forward. Keep your spine, imagine it's straight. I mean, it does have a natural curve. Imagine it's straight, like there's a rod behind you on your spine, and you're just hinging at your hips, right? Yeah, keeping the head above the shoulders. And then once you land in your forward fold, you can relax your head down to just where it feels good. Yeah. And then press into your feet, and with a nice straight spine, come back up. We're going to do that with our sun salutations, right? We're not going to round forward. That's too much pressure on the back. We're going to be hinging at our hips to come forward. Okay? All right. Let's start with hands into prayer position. Good. On an inhale breath, reach the palms forward and up. Good. Maybe even look up slightly. And as you exhale, float your hands down, and again, hinge at your hips, press your belly forward, and come to a forward fold. Yeah, just looking at the floor. Good. And then grabbing your hands behind your right knee, press down into your feet as you come up. Once you're up, then hug that thigh into your belly. Good. And look up, coming in little lunge here. And then exhale, drop your head. And inhale, lift your head back up. And exhale, release your leg. Once the leg is down, come into that hinge, forward, forward fold. Good. Press into your feet. Inhale, slowly come back up. Once the body is up, reach the arms forward and up. Look up between your hands if you can. Bring your palms together above your head. And exhale your hands to your heart. Good. Little seated forward fold. So I'm hoping you're getting that difference in the forward fold, right? It's so much nicer and healthier for your spine. Yeah, good. And I mean, at our age, all of us have some sort of probably osteo something going on in our bones, unless you're really, really lucky you. But it's really nice to take care of the bones, but keep moving them. All right, let's do it again, other side here. So on an inhale breath, reach the arms forward and up. Stretch up, just make it feel good. As you exhale, forward fold. So starting to hinge at your hips, hands come down onto your thighs, lay your belly onto your thighs. Down. Clasping your hands behind the left knee. On an inhale breath, press into your feet, slowly lift the body back up and hug that thigh in. Good. On an inhale breath, lift the head, look up. On an exhale breath, drop your forehead towards your knee. On an inhale breath, release the leg. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Bring your palms together. On an exhale breath, hands to heart. Let's just do one more round, just a nice flow now. Yeah, relax the hands down onto your lap. Inhale, press into your feet. Press down as you reach up. Even you lean back slightly if that feels okay. And then exhale, start to release the hands to the thighs. Hinge at your hips, press your belly into your thighs, forward fold. Grab behind your right knee, inhale, slowly come up. Hug the knee in. Exhale, drop the nose. Inhale, lift the nose, look up. Exhale, release that leg, hands onto your thigh. One more hinge at your hip. Forward fold. Pressing down into your feet slowly, and then your palms slowly come up. Once the body's up, reach the arms forward and up again, looking up. And then bring your palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Release your hands onto your lap. One more side. Inhale up. Maybe lean back slightly if that feels good, stretching up. Exhale, hinge forward. Clasp behind the left knee. Inhale, slowly bring the body up. Hug that thigh into your belly, look up. Exhale, just drop your head, drop your nose towards your knee. Good. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release that leg and hinge forward. Forward fold. Good. Pressing into your feet and palms. Inhale, straight spine floats up. Reach the arms forward and up. Stretch up, look up. Bring your palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. And relax. Nice, good work. Yes, just inviting that sunshine, more and more light during this season is a really nice thing to do. Yes, that's sun salutation. Okay, so we're gonna come to scooting a little bit more forward. One more seated pose here. We're gonna bring our legs out wide. Might feel nice. Okay, so just situate yourself so you feel nice and comfortable. You can even remove the flesh out from underneath your sit bones there. Taking inventory of your legs here, making sure there's about a 90-degree angle with the knees right above the heels. Yeah, good. And we're going to start with just some head rolls. So take a breath in. And as you exhale, keep your shoulders back slightly and drop your chin to your chest. That might feel nice, like a nice stretch on the shoulders. Let's do some rotations with our head. So inhale, roll the head slowly over to the right and back. And as you exhale, over to the other side and forward. Ooh, how does your neck feel today? Yeah. Let's do 2 more rotations nice and slowly. Inhaling. Ujjayi breath. Exhaling other side. Do it slow, slow, slow. Notice how your shoulders, your upper back feels. Good. Smile on the face. Next time the head comes down, let's do a couple rotations the other side. Nice and slow. Again, change of season. It's time to take care of yourself. Slow down. It's so hard for us to slow down in this society with all the stimulus around us. Yeah. So do yourself a favor and slow down. Next time you come forward, pause, slowly lift the head back up. Now let's just do a couple circles with our whole upper body. This time the head is not involved. The head stays right above the shoulders. Take a nice breath in, and again, that hinging forward, hinge forward at your hips. Come a little bit, quarter of the way maybe. And then rotate the body over to the right. You can hold on to your knees here as you go back and over to the other side and forward. Again, feel free to close your eyes if you'd like. Doing these circles, notice when you go back, your tummy tucks in. And enjoy this moment. Next time that you come forward, pause. Just know that what you're doing here, bringing yourself to class today, let's reverse, is such a gift that you're honoring your body by bringing it to yoga. Smile on the face. Good. And then the next time that you come forward, pause. Good. And then press down into your feet and slowly bring your straight spine back up. Good. Bring your toes in, your heels in, your toes in, your heels in, and come to feet planted on the floor, knees 90 degrees. Yeah. Let's slide our heels back. Feel free to remain in your chair. If you're feeling like I do not want to stand up today, or it's a challenge for you to do that, stay seated. If you want to stand, do it mindfully. Again, doing that hinging at your hips. Yeah, to stand up. That really takes care of that spine. Yeah, and coming to the back of your chair. I'm stiff today. Let's get unstiff. Let's just start moving your body. You can slide your chair forward or off to the side. Yeah, good. And just wiggle it out, sound like a worm. Yeah, move the body. So amazing, especially as we age. I didn't notice this when I was younger, but as I'm older now, it's just I'm so curious that literally every morning I feel different. Something different is going on in my body. I don't know if you have that or not, but I just start to think, I'm looking at this with curiosity, gee, I wonder what's going to happen tomorrow. Yeah, and laugh it off if you can. Coming back to center here, we're going to bring feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Good. Little bounce in your knees. Yeah. Always making sure if some of us have hyper extension in our joints. So called, double jointed. And so we see these people and they're like, oh my gosh, they're so flexible. But that can also cause damage, right? If you hyperextend. So if you are one of those people, you want to really be conscious that you don't hyperextend your knees back, right? You want to keep a soft bend. Okay. So breath of joy. On an inhale breath, reach the arms forward and up. You can straighten the knees a little bit, reach up, lift your heart, look up. Good. As you exhale, just your upper body, curl your arms in, hug your upper chest, drop your head. Really soften those knees. Inhale, blossom open again, lift up, look up. Yes, welcoming this new season. Exhale, curl in, maybe the opposite arm on top. Yeah, drop your head and give yourself a nice squeezy hug here. Good. And then inhale, slowly reach up. Good. And on an exhale breath now, again, we're going to be hinging at our hips to come forward. You're going to slide your hips back, soften your knees, feel that hinging at your hips. Relax your arms down. Try to keep a straight spine, head forward. Yeah. And then you can relax your head down. Good. And you can let your arms hang if that feels okay on your back. You can let the top of your head drop down if that feels okay on your back, or you can keep your hands on your thighs or your shins. And take a few breaths here and forward fold. And if this is not feeling good, modify, come up a little bit. Yeah, to where you're comfortable. And breathe. For 2. Time you exhale, soften. And then bringing your hands onto your thighs and slowly just start to keep your head down. Slowly start to unhinge at the hips. Yeah, pressing down into your feet, crawling your hands up your thighs and your legs. Once the chest comes up, the head comes up, reach the arms out and up. Good. Bring your palms together. As you exhale, float your palms down onto your chest. Yes. Okay. All right. And again, shake it out. Good. Coming into that, or keeping that wide stance there. Yeah. Softening the knees. Good. Inhale and exhale, just swinging side to side. You feel like this is a little tweaky on your knees. That probably means your legs are too wide apart. So come in a little bit. Yeah. And you can lift that back heel, the other heel. Let it out. Tap your low back. And one more. And come back to center. Does that feel good? I just love that pose. Yes, I say that all the time. Shake it out, wiggle it out. Okay. So one of the best poses that we can do, actually, I'm changing my mind. We're gonna come into a little side bend, a little bit different side bend here today. Good. So just feet hip distance apart. Reach the arms out and up. And then interlace your hands behind your head, if you can. Or you can even just bring the fingertips behind your head. Yes. So stabilizing our head. Yeah, reach your elbows back. And again, if this is not comfortable for you, you can just be in cactus pose here. Good. And we're gonna tuck our low belly back a little bit, coming into side bends here. So take a breath in, exhale it out. And on an inhale breath, keep that spine long, knees soft, as you just drop the right elbow towards the floor a little bit. Yeah. And inhale, come up, and exhale, drop the left elbow a little bit. Yeah. Hips are gliding to the opposite side. Yeah. And right, and up, and left. Very gentle. and that's fine. We're not going to. The next time you come to the right, let's just pause here. Maybe you can turn your gaze to the upper left corner of the room and smile on the face. Relax your gaze, slowly bring the body, the head back up, and just to the other side and hold. Eyes glide up to the upper right corner of the room. And breathe. Don't ever stop breathing. If you are challenged with your breath, that probably means you're going too far in the pose. So back off. Inhale, slowly come up. Good. And exhale, slowly allow the arms to just float down. Nice. Ooh, and roll it out on those shoulders. And we're just gonna do a little warrior two pose here. Warrior two is one of I think the best yoga poses for keeping our balance, right? Practicing our balance and our strength. It's good for our bones. It's good for our muscles. So come to as wide of a stance. We're going to take a little time here, to just get it into this warrior two really nicely, right? Okay, so find your wide stance. Good. And then lift your right toes up and pivot on your right heel and drop your right toes. So see that the right toes are directly out to the side. Yeah, if that feels okay on your knee, you can bring them in just a little bit if that feels better. And then taking this hand onto the right thigh, you're just going to soften your right knee so that it's right in line with the heel, right? And if you feel like you want more, don't bend your knee more, just widen your stance. Yes, good, okay. And that right heel is about in line with the middle of this back leg. All right, now we're going to square your shoulders to the front of the room. Yes, and we're going to reach that left arm back and reach and stretch the right arm in line with the left. Yes, good. You're pressing down into your toes. Your shoulders are melting back and down. Even though your arms are up, try to relax your shoulders. And your tailbone's going to tuck forward slightly. That stacks you a little bit better. Good. And then you're going to turn your head and look to that middle right fingernail and breathe. If you want more challenge in this pose, you can soften your eyes or even close your eyes, and that becomes a little bit more of a balanced pose. You can experiment with that, but don't fall over. Yeah, and breathe here. Nice, long, slow, deep breath. Enjoying this moment. Try to relax the arms, relax the fingers, take the tension out of the arms and shoulders and legs. Yes, you're just gently pressing into your toes. You're feeling those bones. The muscles are hugging to your bones to stabilize you. That helps build bone mass as well. Two more breaths here. You got it. You got it. Holding is the challenging part. And then the next time you exhale, let the arms float down. Good. Once they're down, press into your right toes. Very slowly straighten the right knee. And then looking forward here, it might feel nice. It might feel like nice to do a triangle pose. Just a couple breaths there. So again, just allow the arms relax to float up. You can rock the upper body, just glide it side to side. Just do this nice and gracefully. And then start to reach to the right. Reach to the right. Hips are reaching to the left just a little bit. And then relax your hand onto your thigh. And just float your left arm up towards the sky. You can float it onto an angle or up higher if that feels good. You can keep your gaze forward, or you can turn and look underneath that left arm. Pressing into your toes, tuck your tailbone forward just a little bit. Try to relax into this challenge. Yeah, with big breath. Smile on the face also helps us to get through challenge. And then on your next inhale breath, just reach your left fingertips up a little bit towards the ceiling. Let the body float up. Relax the left arm down. Good. And then slowly keep a soft knee here, but you can just pivot your right toes in. And then let's do heel toe, your feet back to hip distance apart. Good. And shake it out. Good. Nice. So those two poses are, again, challenging poses, but they're the best for balance, for bone density, for muscle strength. Yes. Yeah, good. Wiggle out your hips. Yeah, I see a lot of you just moving around. That's the best pose. Just move your body, wiggle it around. And we're going to just go over to the other side now for our warrior. Good. Coming to your wide stance. Good. And once you've landed, make sure that your toes are even, that one foot's not further back than the other. Very important for your hips. Yes. And then lift the left toes now a little bit. Pivot on the left heel and drop your toes. Good. Soft bend in this knee. Yes. As a matter of fact, you can just bend it to a little bit so it's right above your heel, right? If you're here and your body is forward, so much pressure on this knee joint, right? You're not in alignment here. So you just want to have that soft bend. Good. Find your legs and stretch your right arm back and your left arm out to a T. Good. All right. Take a breath in. As you exhale, see if you can relax your shoulders back and down. See if you can relax your arms even though you're holding them up. Yes. Most of what makes us tired is resisting or fighting the pose, right? So if we can relax into it, we can remain there for a while. Tuck your tailbone forward and slowly turn your head, look over the middle finger. Find deep breaths here. Big in and out of the nose. Ujjayi if you have it. And each time you exhale, take inventory of what you're gripping and see if you can soften that. Yeah. Toes are gently pressing into the floor. Smile is on the face. We are strong, beautiful warriors. Two more breaths here, you got it. Nice and slow. Relax what you start to grip. And on your next exhale breath, slowly relax your arms down. Good. Press down into your left toes and slowly straighten that left knee, but leave a little tiny bend in it. Look forward. Good. We'll just do our little triangle on this side. So easily float your arms up. Good. And glide your shoulders side to side here. Yeah. Again, that's a nice little movement, gentle movement for your spine. Good. And then the next time your fingers reach to the left, stretch a little bit more. And then relax your hand down onto your thigh for stability. And then lift your right arm either up to an angle or up as high as it's comfortable on your body. Good. And if you want to turn and look underneath that right arm, it becomes a little bit more of a twist and a balance. Yeah. And always, if you want a challenge, more of a challenge. You know, if you're thinking this is just so simple and easy, but all these poses, if you just do them gracefully, they have so much effect. But you can soften your eyes here, close them if you want more challenge. Good. And then bringing your gaze back forward. On an inhale breath, lift your right fingertips up, slowly float your body up. Allow that arm to just float down. Good. And then lifting your toes and bringing those left toes forward. And then heel toe, feet back to hip distance apart. And shake it out. So nice, right? To spend some time in those powerful poses for us. Okay, so we're gonna come into a little work for our balance, right? It's at the hippocampus. So I don't know that you're gonna need your chair. You don't need your chair actually for this yet until we do maybe a balance pose. So basically we're just gonna be simply marching, right? And we've done this before. It's really good to practice this many times, but we're gonna be spelling a word as we march. So you can just come into a nice gentle march. Now here's where we start to work our brain to body, right? The hippocampus is that area where you boot up. It's like when you boot your computer up, right? And it's like, okay, I'm here. Yeah, that's what the hippocampus is in our brain, right? So this helps us to just learn, the learning part of our brain, the judgment of where things are part of our brain is here, right? So we're booting up. So what we're going to be doing is spelling a word as we march. Easy, right? Let's do the word live. L-I-V-E. Right? Easy. L-I-V-E. Just picture that word. L-I-V-E. Now what we're going to do is just go one letter over on the first letter. Right, so we're going to change the L to the next letter over. So think about what that's going to be. What is that going to be? It's going to be M-I-V-E, M-I-V-E, M-I-V-E. Now we're going to change the second letter one letter over. So what? That's the I, right? What is that going to be? Think about it. I don't want to give the answer away. And we'll begin. M-J-V-E, M-J-V-E, M-J-V-E. Okay, all of you are probably already on the, okay, what's after V? Third letter, here's where it gets to be fun. What's the letter after V that we're gonna change to, right? So M-J-W-E, M-J-W-E. I don't know, already you're changing the E part, right? M-J-W-E. Here we go, whole word, changing one letter over. M-J-W-F. M-J-W-F. M-J-W-F, and relax. Good job, everyone. So you can start with 3-letter words, but it's really while you're moving and talking and processing, what comes next, processing, pretty challenging word games is really good for our stability, our balance, our fall prevention. So that's the fun thing. If you have grandchildren or children or friends, you can, and you're taking a walk, you can play that game, right? And it really clicks on that part of your brain that is your long and short-term memory, your learning. Yes, you're booting yourself up. Good job. Okay, let's do a little bit wider stance here, and let's soften our knees. Good. And let's just do some hip circles. This is easy. You can even do a word here if you like to do it. Want to do it again? Yeah. And reverse, go the opposite direction. Good. And come back to center. We're going to make our way not onto our chairs, just to the side of our chairs now. So we're going to, before we sit down, we're going to do one. This is the ultimate pose to, and easiest pose to help our body build bone mass, right? It's called the heel drop. It's, they talk about it in yoga all the time, but I hear it from all over the place. I just was on a website for the Harvard Medical School, and the physical therapist said heel drops are the best way to build bone mass, get your heart rate going, and remain strong. And it's easy. So basically what we're doing, you can start with holding onto a chair, is we're lifting the heels up and dropping them down. Now, the important thing here, we talked about that in that knee flexion. You don't want to hyperextend your knees back when you're doing that, and you don't want to have your head forward. You want to have your head right above your shoulders. You can bring your palms forward. That helps to draw the shoulders back and keep the head back a little bit. But if that 8 to 11-pound head is forward and your heel dropping, it's really actually being very strenuous on the spine, right? So nice tall spine. You can start with hands on the chair here, feet comfortably hip distance apart, keeping those knees soft as we go up and down. So lifting and dropping, lifting and dropping. Yeah. So just imagine that body is nice and tall, all your joints are stacked, and lift and drop. Good. And if you want a little more of a challenge, you can go faster if you'd like. Doesn't matter. It's not better or worse. Probably just a little more cardio. If you want a challenge, you can let go of the chair. Yeah. Up and down, and really drop the heels so you feel that pressure. And what it's doing is it's sending signal to the part of the brain, the osteoblasts, to build more bone mass here, because this body needs it. It's using the bones. Yes, also helps to strengthen the muscles in your legs. And when we strengthen our muscles, it also supports the bones. So when we have strong muscles, even if we have some osteoporosis, we can avoid fracturing or breaking the bones because the muscles are stabilizing. Good. Let's just do 5 more. And relax. So easy, right? Easy, but so powerful. That's one of the poses that you get the best bang for your buck. Yes, good. And relax. Let's make our way to our chairs. Nice work. Coming to the front of our chair. Again, we always want to be mindful. Let's allow the breath to just slow down. That gets your heart rate going too, right? So they say when you're sitting at least every half hour to stand up, and for 5 minutes or even 3 minutes, do some movement and then sit back down. It's so healthy for you. Let's take a breath in. As you exhale, let's send your hips back, press into your toes. Yes. And then eventually you can grab the front of the seat of your chair and allow your hips to just float down. Nice. All right. Okay. So we'll just end with a little bit of a easy hip opener. Yeah. So scooting forward in your chair, we're going to bring our legs together. Good. Drop your knees open. Bring the bottoms of your shoes or your feet, if you don't have shoes on, together. But yeah, and they won't come flat together, especially if you have shoes on. Yeah, and just butterfly. We're going to start seeing a lot of those soon. Butterfly your legs. Relax your hips. Good. And then relax your legs open. See if you can bring a little bit more of the bottoms of your feet together. Bring your hands maybe to the inside of your legs and see if you can guide the legs open just a little bit more. Keeping a tall spine, and close your eyes here and find your breath. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, see if you can relax your hips a little bit, relax your legs, open them up a little bit more. Yeah, just take it to your comfort zone, your edge. Find a little opening here. Good. And on your next exhale, relax. Bring the hands to the outside. You can float your eyes open if you close them. Hands to the outside of the legs and just help the legs come in here. Good. Feet hip distance apart. This is also something really nice for you to do when you're sitting a lot, is take your arms and just stretch them back and grab onto something behind you on the chair. Yes, and just stretch your shoulders back, tuck your chin back slightly, lift it up slightly. And this helps us to not get that hunchback. And used to be just older people that started having that with that head, you know, that heavy head starts to come forward. Yeah, but now with all of our technology and our cell phones and our computers and our head looking down, our youth is also getting that upper back hunch. This helps us to reverse that. Good. And then relax. Just relax the arms. Let go what you're holding on to there. And give your hands a little shake. Good. And give your shoulders a little wiggle. And let's set yourself up for final relaxation pose, Shavasana. Yeah, good. So if you're sitting, scooch all the way back into your chair. Plant your feet on the floor. Always make sure that your feet are planted on the floor, right? If your heels are up a little bit, see if you can find a chair where your feet are on the floor, or maybe put a little, I remember in elementary school, a little cigar box under your feet, but something to have your feet, yeah, we don't want a cigar box, but a little plank of wood or something like that to make sure your feet are grounded. Yeah, you can lay down too in Shavasana. Let's float our eyes closed now. So just imagining all that stretching and twisting and strengthening, now going to all the cells, the billions of cells into your body. So thinking all of that great energy into all of your cells. Yes. So let's take a nice big breath in and just gently hum it out. So don't use your fingers, just hum it out. Another breath in. One more breath in. Relax. Now relax your shoulders. Begin to relax the whole body. Feel your toes soften, your feet relaxed. All the muscles in your legs. They did good work for us today. Allow them to just soften. Soften your belly, your hips. Feel your hips so heavy in your chair or on the floor. Allow your heart to relax. Allow all your internal organs to relax and do their digesting and breathing and cleansing. Feel your shoulders melting, your arms heavy, your hands and your fingers soften. Relax your throat, the back of your neck, back of your head, the skin on top of your head, the skin on your forehead, your cheeks, and a gentle smile. Take a breath in and let it go, relaxing the whole body. Whole body's relaxed. Sitting quiet and giving your body a rest. Notice any thoughts. Just allow them to expand. Make them big. Let your thoughts expand out to all four corners of the room. Even let them expand out into the sky, into space. Just allow yourself for this next minute or two to just be. Let go of all of your efforts. Bring your awareness to how you feel. And allow yourself to remain here for as long as you'd like. If you'd like to come back now into the space and time gently, begin to move your body, swaying it side to side, wiggling toes and fingers. If you're lying down, just making your way onto one side. Bring that little smile back to your face if it left. And coming back to stillness now. And taking a nice big breath in. Fill up. Then as you exhale through the mouth, let go of any last bits of tension that you've decided to hold. And bringing your hands into prayer position, palms together. Rest them onto your beautiful heart, your hands. Again, take a nice breath in. Exhale, bowing your forehead to your fingertips. And we will close practice with this. It is in the quiet space where your inner light shines through. When you're feeling ready and complete, at your own pace, you may begin to just flutter the eyes open. Let them open slowly, lifting your head. And I thank you all for coming and taking such beautiful care of yourself today. Have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.